Hello guys and welcome back. What I have here in front of me is a motor from electrically operated rear lid. If your car is equipped with one of those, you're gonna have two motors like this one on each side, opening and closing your lid. Now, if you have a Volkswagen or a Skoda for quite some time, you probably know that these go bad, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And they're not cheap. A couple of years ago, they used to be about 500 euros each, but with the recent price increases in the last 2 years or so, these go between 800 and 1,000 right now, which I think it's a lot of money for a Skoda or a Volkswagen in that matter. $1,000 for a single motor for your rear lid. I think this is like Lamborghini territory. I mean, if you ask me, it has a lot of money. Anyway, there's one thing that you can do, and you can probably do it yourself in order to fix it, if you're sure that the problem is in one of the motors. So there are two motors. They use like motor 1 and motor 2. If you have a diagnostic tool to see that the error code is for the motors or for the Hall sensors, they have integrated Hall sensors inside. But in any case, you can check by yourself, and what you can do is just pop this rubber boot over here and inspect the cables on both sides. Usually when one of these go bad, the trunk will not open. It will unlock, but it's not going to open, and it's going to make this warning sound. And the same if you open it forcefully by hand and try to close it from the button, it will not close. Again, it's gonna make a really beeping warning sound and just gonna stay open. You have to close it manually once again. Now, the motor I have here, this is not from my car, luckily, but it did came from a 2018 Superb, which is the same year as in my car. So I'm gonna show you what the problem was in this one. So I have a little pick over here, and I'm going to move this rubber boot out. It slides kind of difficult over this tape on this side, but I believe you can do it even if it's still installed on the car. So I'm just going to pull this boot out, and you can see one of the cables is completely broken. This cable is for the Hall sensor. The Hall sensor basically tells the boot's control unit at which position the boot is. Is it fully closed? Is it fully open? And any position in between. So this cable is for the Hall sensor, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the error code was that the Hall sensor was sending a weird signal, so the control unit couldn't understand it. And if we keep inspecting them, on this side it's damaged as well. And if we look at the other cables, the green one, for example, it's also damaged. And as well as the brown one. I don't know if you guys can see this one, but the brown one also has a little bit of damage on the isolation. The cable, the wiring itself is not damaged, but the isolation is damaged. And once that is broken, the wiring is the next, just as it happened here. And this happens due to when you open and close your rear lid, these cables go like this all the time, and eventually they just break. And you have cold weather, warm weather, and all that affects it, and from doing this all the time, eventually it's gonna break. So this is something that you can probably fix yourself, even though the most insurance companies actually cover this here in Sweden. However, what the customers probably don't know is that they ask the workshops to find a second-hand motor. And again, we don't know how much those are going to last, because they do tend to break. In fact, this is a similar fault if you have problems with your doors. If you have controls in the doors don't work, the buttons for the windows don't work, or your lock doesn't work, and very Very often this happens to ears about 8 to 10 year mark, if they're like 8 or 10 years old. And it's usually more frequently on the front driver and the front passenger door, because these are the two used the most. So if you have problems with these and you have controls not working, again, the same thing, check the wiring in here in the A pillar. Disconnect the connector, remove the rubber boot, the rubber cover, and inspect the wiring. I'm sorry, apologize for that. I know this is not a very good place, it's really tight in there, but it can be repaired. The same as these ones over here. It's again really tight. Perhaps these, if you have to repair it, perhaps you have to remove the entire motor, which is not that hard actually. The only thing you have to do is remove this panel over here, and this one is held only by clips. So you just pull it out. The connector for the motor is back here, disconnect it, and then just pull the connector out from up here, and you fix it yourself. That was for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully learned something, and probably saved you some money if your insurance company doesn't cover this. Anyway, I hope to catch you next time. See you.